Cannabis banking is just not fair. Imagine if you were getting a mortgage on your house, and I'm the banker. You make $100,000 a year. No, you make $500,000. Let's just make it really drastic, right? And you're buying a $200,000 home. Well, that should be easy to cover, right? And I'm going to tell you, yeah, I'm going to give you that mortgage. But in turn, I get 20% of that house, and whenever you want to sell that house, I get first right of refusal and covenants and options. Would you want to buy that house still? Does that make sense with how much money you're making? Well, that's how the cannabis industry is lending right now. Some of these companies generate over $1 million in cash flow a month, but can't get $1 million in a loan or a line of credit. And no one is out there providing guidance. If you go to the bank, they're going to say no. It's got to be frustrating knowing what to do next. Are you going to get a funding opportunity when you have a license? Do you need the financing now? I mean, there's a lot of things that cannabis companies need to focus on. Are you set up for that? Do you have revenues? Do you have people that are interested? What is your story? Or are you just like the other thousands of people out there that think that they have the next best thing, selling marijuana? What makes you different than the 5,000 other companies in the cannabis space? You're selling weed. It's a product that's breaking records month by month, but what makes you different? The banker's not going to tell that story. Your accountant's definitely not a storyteller. How are you going to portray what your brand is? And that's what we come and do. Why don't we provide your beautiful financials and cash flow with a little bit of branding, a little bit of background as to why you're going to succeed, and really take it to the people that are going to listen, right? Because if we can show that, there's nothing that's going to stop you. Imagine if you can get banking, financing, and the support you need to promote your company to secure the funding all in one house. You can actually get term funding, or you can get something that's more conventional. A lot of the times people don't even know about that as being an option. They just get set terms and they go along with it, later to find out 2 years down the road that the next round of funding is going to be that much more difficult. And that's what's important to find out. What are you able to get in funding? What options are there? And what do you need to do to bridge that gap? Every founder of a cannabis company started out with a passion, whether it was just the business, the medical side, maybe they had family members that could have benefited. But as that company grows, sometimes very early on, that passion gets pushed down. It gets pushed to the side because they have to hire employees, they have to find a lawyer, they have to do their accounting, they have to find financing to fund all that. And at the same time, their passion dissipates. To get back to why you started the business, you gotta have focus on that passion. What if I could take that off your back and let you focus on that medical client that you wanted to pursue, or that training that you wanted to give to your employees? I mean, how much is an additional 2 hours a day? Imagine, if you will, an environment that you wake up, you go to your company, you have your morning meeting with passion and motivation, you have your meetings with the clients, you do whatever it is that you envisioned that you wanted to do 2, 3, 10 years ago, while someone's helping you with your banking, someone's advising you on what you need there and showing you the options so that you can actually plan. We'll get that squared away right away. So you know your options, and if it's good, let's move forward with it. If it's not, let's find out what you need to get to that point. But at least you have a strategy. If you're passionate about your cannabis industry, you love what you do and where your company's going, but you need help in the financing side, click the link below. I'll reach out in 24 hours. We'll figure this thing out. Allsome Capital. All of us have dreams. Some of us pursue them.